There was systemic prejudice and racism at that time.
In 1969, Arthur Bruce Clarke became the first black police officer for the Vancouver Police Department. While he says much has changed in the last 50 years, protests across the U.S. and here in Canada are a reflection of the ongoing tensions between black communities and police forces. We sat down with former Sergeant Clarke to get his perspective on the current clashes.
I decided I wanted a job that would pay me $400 a month, and the starting salary in the police was $535. So I thought, okay, why not? Plus, I knew that I'd be sort of making history in my own little way.
And history he made. Here he is as a 22-year-old on his graduation in 1970 with his mother and wife by his side.
It felt really good. My mother was more than proud. She was extremely happy. It's the first gold that I've owned.
But paving the way is never easy.
I did have to work harder than everybody else to receive equal treatment.
When he was off duty, he recalls being treated differently at times by police. He was once stopped while driving his motorcycle.
A police officer pulls me over and at gunpoint. Now, there was no reason for him to have his gun out other than the fact that he was alone. I was black, I was tall.
He says he also faced disproportionate criticism when he tried to move up the ranks to become a sergeant.
They just wouldn't promote me.
Fast forward 30 years, and Sergeant Clarke retired in the year 2000.
I can't believe it's 20 years already.
While he's no longer on the front lines of protests, he says he's been watching the fallout from the killing of George Floyd, who died while in police custody.
Personally, I was disgusted. There's absolutely no excuse for that. There's no need for it.
He also feels for those on the line of duty.
My empathy lies with the police, and the reason being that the police are in a no-win situation. If they do nothing, they're going to be blamed for all of the damage, the rioting, the injuries that occur. And yet, these officers are standing out there having rocks thrown at them, bottles thrown at them, even shot in the United States. Personally, I think that education is the answer. Not only the police, yes, we have diversity programs in the department, but it has to work with the public as well.
During challenging times, he hopes we all remember our shared humanity.
And I think it all boils down to how you treat people.
In Vancouver, Isabel Regem, City News.